Inconsistently consistent.
So should we get into this? That's what he said. Hey!
Oh, he was already into this.
Hey!
Hey.
He's been into this and got the t-shirt for it.
I don't think there's a t-shirt. That's usually already on the floor.
Yeah, the t-shirt's got some baby gravy on it.
Ew. No. No, Rachel. No. Don't ruin gravy.
Hi, welcome to Inconsistently Consistent, the podcast where we ruin gravy.
Yeah. I'm Melanie.
I'm Rachel, and I have just scarred Melanie by ruining gravy. Which you will all hear because that is staying in.
Yeah, it is. I know.
Because I edit this podcast.
Rachel's the supreme overlord of the editing.
I am. I decide what stays and what goes. If it does not bring me joy, it goes. Or if it's not related to the podcast and related to our actual lives, and we don't want y'all to like message people and, whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's your week?
Very succinct. Very succinct. Great job, Rachel.
Thank you. How's your week been?
Was that actual words? Because all I heard was, hey.
I asked how has your week been because it's been a while since we spoke.
How has my week been?
Yes.
Well, Rachel, as I told you, my week has been good.
Mm-hmm.
Put someone in jail, and then they got out. But that's fine because they were only supposed to be in there a day. But that's fine. And, that was good. And I finally got my book edited. I finally did that.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's been good. How's your week been?
What is the name of the book so the dear listeners can look for it when it comes out?
It's called The Toy Maker. It's a crime novel.
Ooh, crime novel.
Is the serial killer. He likes to kill people and turn them into, classic toys.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
So, keep an eye out for when it gets published.
Yes, I hope to have it out for sale in the next 2 months, hopefully.
Yes, fingers and toes and appendages crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Cross your appendix. You don't need that.
No, I don't need that.
Yeah, it's a useless one.
Yeah, that's why people get it taken out because they're like, I don't need this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Rachel, your week.
Yes.
You had one?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I received some exciting news, listeners.
No way.
Yahweh.
I am reacting to this for the first time.
It's not like I texted you the day it happened and sent you a picture. This is late breaking news.
Completely believable reaction starting now.
I would have been accepted into my master's program.
No freaking way.
Counseling psychology, which means I will become a therapist.
I don't believe it, Rachel. I will need to see the proof.
I can send you a picture of my acceptance letter.
Is the proof in the pudding? Or is it in the letter?
It's in both.
The audacity, Rachel.
What were you about to say? The cumdacity?
I was gonna say the calamity, and then I was like, that is not the word.
So, because I heard the caudacity.
Yeah, it was I was gonna say calamity, and then I was like, that is not what I need to say. It should be audacity, and then it was like cumdacity, which is complete different thing. Which is halfway to a catastrophe, but we can talk about that on a different podcast.
That's going to be on our sex episode for some
Yeah, that sounds like a different episode.
It is 100% a different episode. Yeah, so I'm going to be a therapist. Yay, finally.
Yay! Clap, clap, clap.
For the last few years that I've been working towards, because, and I thought I was going to get rejected because, long story short, been rejected from law school like 4 times. Kind of stings after a while, and you kind of think that you're always going to get rejected. And then it finally happened, so I'm excited.
But you took all that rejection and you got back up and you went and you're going to become a therapist and you're going to treat people through their rejections.
Yes, that's what I'm going
Yeah.
to do. Also, we are changing the upload schedule a little bit. Just because we find it's getting a lot. We are switching to bi-weekly uploads. So every second Friday, there will be new episodes, which means Movie Watch is not going to be happening every month. It's going to be happening every second month.
Yes.
Because, it'd be kind of shitty if it was just episode Movie Watch, episode Movie Watch. So we're going to switch the Movie Watches to every second month.
Which does mean that the Movie Watch will still be every 4th episode.
Yes, it does. That's consistent. It's just the upload schedule. We tried the weekly. It's kind of a lot, especially where I'm going to be starting my master's in September. That's going to be a lot. So we kind of want to just make it a bit easier. Everybody involved.
And you might say it's inconsistently consistent there, Rachel.
Hey, is the name of it?
Yeah, you might say we did that.
We are reading some more Am I the Assholes today. And one of mine, it has a quote that I have told my married friends to use.
Oh.
Because I think it is just chef kiss.
Oh.
So,
wow. I can't wait.
We did one of these already, but obviously there's so many Am I the Assholes that we're gonna probably do a few episodes because there's like some beautiful shit on the internet.
There are many assholes on the internet.
Yes, there are many assholes on the internet and in real life.
Yeah.
So, if you have people being assholes, you can let us know. Yeah.
We would love to hear those stories.
I would certainly love to hear those stories because it would make me feel better about the assholes in my life, or currently not in my life, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. And we would love to read those stories on the podcast.
Yeah.
If anyone would love to send those to us.
Send it. You can anonymous. Yes. English words. Perfect. Fantastic.
Good word, Rachel. Good talk.
Yes. Excellent. All right. Let's kick this off. I'm going to read mine that has the good quote in it.
So you're going to start us off with it. Oh my gosh.
I'm starting us off with it because it's too good. I need to share this for all you people who are married or like common law or blobbin law, whatever your status is.
Blobbin law?
Blobbin law.
Is that what you said?
Yes. So when 2 blobs live together, they're blobbin law.
I like that.
Thank you. Okay, so am I the asshole for telling my mother-in-law no ring, no opinion whenever she gets involved in my marriage?
Okay.
You need a moment? You good?
No, I know. I'm just on the edge of my seat.
Okay. So I cut this one down a bit because it was really, really long. So I cut out some kind of like minute details. So I, 25 female, really, really, really like my mother-in-law, but she's intrusive AF. Like, try to get involved in issues that are none of her concern. While her son, male 32, and I were dating, she tried to get in between during every disagreement, be it major or minor.
So it said we're dating. So they
Yeah.
broke up.
Well, they're married.
Sounds like.
They're married now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, they're married. Because they were dating, then they engaged, now they married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So after the marriage, nothing changed. She would get in between me and her son and every problem we have, and also gave opinions on comments on various things. This one was a recent one when I looked it up. Can't remember how recent it was. I think it was like a month or something they wrote it. So on Sunday, my husband and I went over to her house and had dinner. Mother-in-law, out of the blue, brought up mine and husband's decision to have kids and kept insisting to know when we were going to start trying and giving suggestions on when it's best to start.
Ew.
Yup.
Excuse you. I'm sorry. You don't need to get in your son's pants.
I mean, apparently she does.
I'm sorry. After like they stop you needing diapers, you can get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's done. I'm sorry. Continue.
Okay. I felt so caught off guard and embarrassed, but didn't even engage and talk about it. I just said, mother-in-law, no ring, no opinion.
I like it.
After we went home, my husband began berating me, saying it was rude. I told him that his mom has overstepped by commenting and giving opinions on marital matters. His dad is also upset, saying I embarrassed his wife for no reason whatsoever, and I need to get rid of my horrible attitude. So, is this person the asshole?
Okay. That's a bit of a landmine to step in. Well, for me, I just say no.
Yeah, my opinion was no. The majority on the website was no, and people were saying that she needs to get out of the marriage because that's a red flag. Her husband's not supporting her.
Yeah. I just say fuck it,
Yeah.
right? Just tell him to get the fuck out of your marriage,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I mean, if you were gonna be nice, which personally I wouldn't,
No.
but if you were going to, you could have been a bit nicer about it the first time you were gonna tell him to back off,
Mm-hmm.
right? But no, I wouldn't. I'd just be like, no ring, no opinion, get out of my way. But
Yeah.
honestly, I probably wouldn't have lasted this long in this relationship because I would have been like the first time it happened, been like, see ya, I'm out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like I said, I told some of my married friends they need to use this because one of them, she gets constantly some form of the kids thing in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like her in-laws will make comments like, "Oh, it'll be so nice when there's more grandkids," and like her sister-in-law and brother-in-law are like, "Oh, it's the greatest joy in life to have kids," and like, it's such a fulfilling dream and everything. And then they complain about how tired they are and how they can't travel and how they can't do anything they want because they have kids. But it's such a blessing and a joy to have kids.
It's just, I hate that pressure. Like, just get out of people's business,
Mm-hmm.
right? People can do what they want in their own time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nobody's business when they choose to have kids or they choose to get married or, get in a relationship or out of a relationship or whatever they're doing
Mm-hmm.
at any time. Just stop putting pressure on it. It's nobody's business, no matter if you're blood related or not.
Mm-hmm.
Leave them alone.
Yeah, just let people do what they want. I mean, I
Yeah.
know for me, obviously, I am single as the day is long. Let's be honest. And I am content in that phase of my life right now. And
Mhm.
this is something I've talked about with like my friends and my parents and my sister. And I don't feel any pressure to like hurry up and find somebody because I don't want to settle. Because the last time I settled, look what happened, dude.
Yeah. Shit hit the fan.
Shit hit the fan real fast.
Yeah.
And the shit hit the fan and like emotionally, financially, other friend relationship things, you know? So I'm in no rush because I want to make sure I find somebody who has like the same goals and like the same ideas and all this kind of stuff, and it's not somebody that's going to be like, okay, well, you're almost 30, so yeah, we all have a baby like yesterday. And I'd be like, okay, well, I'm gonna be the one carrying it, so like you don't have a say because it's my body.
Yeah. It's your body.
I don't know if I ever told you this before. It was something dude said to me when we were together.
Probably not, because I feel like what you're gonna say to me is gonna make me really mad at him.
It is gonna make you very mad.
Yeah, like me go get my bat mad.
So this is kind of on the same thing. I would prefer, depending on like obviously when I have kids, who I have kids with, if we could split like the maternity paternity leave. You know, like I don't want to be
Yeah.
off the whole 18 months or whatever you can be off for. Like I would prefer if we split it. Like I do 9 months and they do 9 months. Like my parents split
Mhm.
their leave with me and my sister, and we turned out somewhat okay. I turned out somewhat okay.
I love how you went, "We turned out somewhat okay."
No, we turned out fine. Like, my parents are amazing. I
Like
love
you were gonna say great, and then, like, you took a second and then say somewhat okay.
But yeah, I mean, no, my
Yeah.
parents I love them. They're very supportive. They would do anything if I asked them to, you know.
Mhm.
They're great
Yeah.
people. I love them very much.
But seriously, yeah, like, I like that idea of, like, splitting it,
Mhm,
right? Because
mhm.
maybe, like, the first 9 months, yes, you need to, like, recover from actually having a human in your body and
Yes.
growing in your body and actually the delivery and everything. But
Mhm,
after that 9 months, being able to split that and switch,
mhm,
and you being able to go back to work and the other person coming in and being able to have the paternity leave,
mhm.
that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, and I think it gives equal time for both parents to like spend time with the baby because obviously depending on how you choose to feed your baby for the first like however long, breastfed, formula,
Mhm.
pump or whatever, obviously I think it's important that you spend all of that together. So I would prefer to split it.
Mhm.
So I brought this up with dude, and at the time I was considering going to med school to be a psychiatrist. And I said, I would prefer, because obviously this is when things were good and we thought we were going to marry each other and blah, 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 blah. I was like, yeah, I think it'd be good if we like split it and everything. And just because at that point he didn't really have any like career goals, ambitions, like good job prospects. And I said, yeah, I think it'd be best if I split because it's obvious I'm going to be the breadwinner. And, I don't think I should be off for the full eight
Mhm.
months, 12 months to 18 months, however long you're off on maternity leave for. Um, and he was like, well, I don't want to take any time off. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, why don't you want to? I was like, I want to split the leave. He's like, no, I don't want to do that. And I was like, why don't you want to do that? And he started to say, because you're the woman.
Oh, no.
He stopped himself because he went, because you're and he stopped.
No.
And I turned and looked at him and I went, because I'm the what? The woman? And he didn't say anything. looked at me and I was like, you want to think about that sentence again? I was like, I'm going to be making far more money than you. I was like, you're not going to hold me off for the full 18 months. So. Yeah.
Oh my. The anger that just fuels inside me of that.
So yeah.
How long did you guys stay together after that?
Longer than we should have.
Yeah. Oh God, that would be like, I can't.
Yep.
I can't. Yep. I don't even know what to say to it. Like.
Yep. Yep.
How do you deal with that?
I just kind of was like,
anything I say is gonna get me in trouble. Because everything I want to say is not good.
yeah.
It's not good to be recorded.
No. So you won't say that.
Time for the bat.
Time for the bat.
It's just like internalized sexism. And sometimes it's not even conscious, right? It's not even something that consciously someone is doing or like thinks that they have these views. But then something like that comes up. And you see it. And you're like, well, how the fuck did that happen? Right? Yeah. Because personally, I want someone that would be like equal partner. And if you're not going to treat me like equal partner, get the fuck out of my face. Right? Because any room I walk into, if you're not going to treat me like an equal, no matter what type of thing is going on, then I'm going to make you treat me like an equal.
Yeah.
Or I'm just going to take whatever power I can, right? I'm going to do whatever I have to do. Like if it's in a professional setting or a personal setting, I'm just going to act however I need to act to do what I need to do. Or remove myself from the situation if I'm not comfortable there. Right? But I'm not going to let that deter me in any way. But yeah. Yeah. Just a shit show. Should I throw in another one? Should I throw in an Am I the Asshole?
Might as well.
So I've got an Am I the Asshole for laughing at my sister when she told me to control my woman.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got one in the same vein. So, my wife Nina enjoys dressing up. Her style is very feminine. She's always dolled up, even to go shopping. She's always glowing and is very confident in her appearance. She looks good and she knows it. My sister Betty believes in traditional ideas of masculinity and femininity. Jesus. Trying to say that word today. Femininity.
Yes.
Women are meant to stay home and with the children, while the men are meant to provide for the household. We talk when we have to, but I try to avoid her. Each time we see Betty, she'll manage to slip a comment about my wife's outfit. She'll either comment on how ladylike it is or how slutty it looks. Mina always rolls her eyes and laughs it off. I don't think the comments bother her, but I try to tell Betty to mind her own business. Betty invited us for dinner to celebrate her pregnancy. On the invitation, she stated that the dress code was formal. She didn't mention a certain color or style of clothing, only that you had to dress formally. Mina wore this dark green suit that fit her very well. I'm 100% certain that it fit the dress code. It was formal, nothing revealing or outlandish, and I thought she looked good. When Betty opened the door, I could see the look of disgust on her face when she saw Mina. The first thing she asked was, very condescendingly, "Are you really wearing that?" Mina only smiled and replied, "Yes." Throughout the night, I could tell Betty was talking about Mina to my family. I could see her point and laugh or whisper something in someone's ear or make a face anytime Mina walked by. At one point, Betty joked about Mina wearing the pants in the marriage, leaving me to wear all the pink frilly dresses. Mina is too masculine, leaving me to be the wife in the relationship. As distasteful as those jokes were, Mina asked me not to make a big deal. After we had all eaten, Betty stood up to make a toast. At first, her speech started off well. It was sweet. However, near the end, Betty decided to throw passive-aggressive comments toward Mina. I'm sure I don't remember all of it, but she essentially said it's going to be hard raising my daughter in a world where women want to act and dress like men, all while making direct eye contact with Mina. The devil often hides in the people that are closest to us, and if you can spot him, don't let him in your house. During that entire section of her speech, her eyes never left Mina. Before the end of the speech, Mina stood up from the table and left, and I followed her. I got a bunch of texts from my BIL, I guess brother-in-law, scolding me for leaving in the middle of my sister's speech. Betty calling me rude for leaving while she was speaking and not controlling my hot-headed wife. When I heard this, I laughed and hung up the phone. That led to more texts. When I told Mina, she laughed, but suggested I apologize. But in an effort to make this whole thing blow over, apparently it just ends there. I don't know why it ends there.
Wow.
Yeah. I guess in an effort to make this whole thing blow over, suggest that he apologized. Is he the asshole for laughing and controlling his hot-headed wife?
No, he's not the asshole.
No, I don't think so.
Like, you should be able to wear what the fuck you want. If Mina's comfortable dressing how she wants to be, then let her dress it. I think the issue is that Betty is jealous because she probably feels like she can't wear those things.
I feel like Betty is stuck in the 1950s and needs to get a culture shock for the 2020s. Because she's like, women should wear frilly dresses and not pants. And if not, the devil is in them.
Yeah, that seems... Yeah, I don't know.
It's creepy. I bet she's got some weird shit in her basement.
She definitely does.
Yeah, it's like a cult or something down there.
She's probably got like a handmaid's cult.
I feel like this is a cry for help. Betty was making this speech. She was like, "Get me away from my husband, please. He's terrible.
Yeah.
I would really like to wear some pants. You won't let me."
Yeah, that's yeah, not the asshole.
Yeah, not the asshole.
No.
And someone should probably check on Betty. She's obviously not doing well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there social services for old white ladies?
I don't know.
I don't know. There's that like medical alert.
Life alert bracelet.
Yeah. I've fallen and I can't get up.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Mm. Well, Betty's supposed to be pregnant, so I feel bad for Betty's child because if that is, I was gonna say that's a girl, but actually, girl or boy, that poor child is gonna grow up being forced to like live by like stuck in these gender norms that are so backward and are so rigid that are just not okay. Let people do what they want to do. Just clothes. Pants aren't gonna put the devil in you.
I mean, they might, but who knows?
I've never seen a pair of pants good enough for the devil to be like, yeah, that's great. Ever seen a really good pair of pants? Like, so good the devil would be like, damn, gotta get all up on that.
You see a good pantsuit, and you're like,
but I feel like it's also about the person wearing the pantsuit.
yeah.
And anyone out there wearing a pantsuit that's not like Rihanna, I feel like the devil is like busy.
Yes.
He's like looking at Rihanna like, damn. So he's busy. Just my opinion. You know.
No, I agree.
My dumbass opinion.
Yes, agree.
Who's the dumbass in this situation?
I have to voice my dumbass opinion, and you couldn't because of your lawyeriness. So, okay. I got another one. Am I the asshole for telling my mom's husband that this isn't his house and I'll show him the same respect he shows me?
Okay.
You're not ready for this.
No.
I, 13 male.
Whoa, hold on. 13.
Yes.
You just said something about owning a house?
I'll
read this title again.
Am I the asshole for telling my mom's husband, so his stepdad,
Okay.
that this isn't his house, so the stepdad's house?
Yeah.
And I'll show him the same respect he shows me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's 13.
He's 13, yeah.
Okay.
I, 13 male, have a stepdad who's a complete idiot.
I like this already.
Today, I was super hot temperature-wise. I love how they have to clarify. So I took off my shirt. Normal reaction. Stepdad started yelling at me that it's inappropriate to have my shirt off in front of my little sister.
It's just rude.
He called
me
a perverted creep.
Jesus.
I told him to screw off as I had my shirt off all the time before he moved in.
The kid's like, I never even owned shirts before you moved here.
He's like, I didn't even know what a shirt was. That's why I was homeschooled.
What's a shirt? How you just shirt? I don't know what that is. He's doing the Markiplier thing, right? I was too poor for shirts before you showed up.
When I was growing up, we were too poor to afford shirts. We had to draw them on with dirt.
We just rub dirt on ourselves, cover our nipples up.
Yeah.
We just ran around with our hands over our nipples and pretended we were covered.
Yeah. So he told me as long as I live in his house, I follow his rules.
Oh, lovely.
My mom has told me several times that his name isn't on the lease and he doesn't pay bills. So I said,
His mom tells him that.
Yeah, I know. They just have a casual conversation about bills. So I said, actually, this isn't your house. It's my mom's house. So I'll follow her rules. So either pay rent or shut up.
I'm picturing this kid. He's like, so now that he gets shirts because Buddy moved in, he's
Yep.
like sitting down, and the mom's like, now that you're old enough to wear shirts,
Mm-hmm.
you're also old enough to sit down and talk about how I pay bills and my
Yeah.
name is on the lease. Great talk, great meeting. Have
Mm-hmm.
a good day, son.
Yes. My stepdad blew up saying I can't treat my own dad that way. I told him
Of course, it's
my dad
coming.
is dead.
Yes.
And I'll show him the same amount of respect he shows me.
The dead dad card. He played
So,
it.
is this 13-year-old the asshole?
Maybe. But I fucking love this kid.
Right? The kid well actually himmed.
Yeah. This kid is like iconic.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love him.
It was so good.
Um yeah, like probably the asshole. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But like I like it.
Mm-hmm.
But like a good asshole. Like
Yeah.
the kind of asshole that you're like gonna high five and be like, "You
Yeah.
did good, kid. You did good." That kid's gonna grow up to be an asshole lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
To be like, "Well, actually, my client didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
He only broke in to the Walmart to steal some bandages
Mm-hmm.
because he broke his hand breaking into the Walmart." Judge. See how that worked?
Mm-hmm.
So it was necessary. And the judge would be like, "That makes no sense."
Yeah.
"Well, actually, Judge, I pay rent on this courthouse, so we go by my rules."
When you start paying rent, then we'll go by your rules.
"And my dad is dead, so you should give my client a break."
Actually, he well actually'd him twice. He did it once for the rent and then once for the well, my dad is dead.
Well, 3 times, because he was like, "Well, actually, I've always
Yeah,
taken my shirt off here."
he did the triple threat.
Mhm. I bet the kid, like, threw the shirt at him, was like, "Here, you hold this."
Yeah, he was like, "Here, you want to put the shirt on? Try me." You wear a
"Here, you
shirt.
look cold. You look cold, you haven't been paying the heat bill."
Mhm.
Oh, it's a good one.
Mhm.
I have I have one about taking off clothes as well.
Okay.
Segue.
Mhm.
Am I the asshole for laughing at my grandpa after he told me to cover up my feet? Reaction? Comments?
Uh, uh,
Have you ever been told to cover up your feet?
no.
Oh, I thought this was quite interesting. I was like, cover up your feet? Oh my god, what a scandal.
Oh my gosh, you can't show feet.
I know.
And don't go look
Well,
up my feet's
the
grandpa.
first thing I thought of was like, you know how all the YouTubers are like, "Oh my god, we can't show our feet because of the wiki feet thing."
Yep.
Right? That's what I thought. But
Yep.
this has nothing to do with that
Okay.
because Grandpa doesn't know about Wiki Feet.
Does Grandpa know about Only Feets?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay, so here it goes. So this one is fairly recent, and he's still mad at me, so I decided to voice this story in hopes of getting corrected if I'm wrong or something. So this morning, my grandparents informed me that some people would be coming to set up a new bed/frame, etc. Since I wasn't needed, I just sat down on the sofa and minded my business. I asked if I should help, but I wasn't needed. For context, I was wearing a normal t-shirt and some leggings, but no socks. This will be important later. However, during the visit, my grandfather kept furiously pointing upstairs. Apparently, he didn't want to tell me what I needed to do, but expected me to magically know. And after looking at everyone wearing masks, I assumed he wanted me to wear one. I was pretty far away from everyone, so I didn't think it was necessary. So after I got up and put it on, he seemed even more furious. I kept asking him what he wanted me to do, but he refused to speak. After the guy and girl finished building the new bed and left, we sat down and talked a bit about the new bed, what happened, etc. That's when I mentioned being confused at what he wanted me to do, and he promptly told me that it was vulgar for me to display my feet the way I did. Yeah, it was vulgar for me to display my feet the way I did.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on. What? Continue.
Okay. Faced with the absurdity of the situation, I laughed, imagining how the two builders would say, "OMG, look at how hot this girl is because of her feet." Crying emoji. My grandmother then joined in, laughing with me about my seductive feet with the power to make any man horny. Seductive feet.
Ooh, seductive
Power. Power of my seductive feet. My grandfather, however, exploded, that it was indecent, disrespectful. Also, if you stop at exploded, that's really bad. After you're talking about how horny and seductive feet.
How horny.
Rachel. So after the grandfather explodes, saying that it was indecent, disrespectful to be at home without socks in front of strange men.
Oh my gosh.
He's currently still mad at me for showing off my glorious feet in front of strangers. I love how she wrote this too.
Oh my god.
Amazing. So am I the asshole for laughing at my grandpa for covering up my indecent feet?
Absolutely not.
Also, she put a bunch of updates.
Okay.
Update, why is everyone suggesting my grandfather has a foot fetish? Crying
Oh.
emoji. If that's true, I'll start wearing socks forever. OMG.
Oh, that's gross. Oh, why? Oh, ooh.
Update 2, why are there so many suggestions of you telling me to make an OnlyFans account for my feet pics? OMG.
Make your only feet.
3, out of sheer curiosity, should I open up an OnlyFans account? Question mark.
There's a market for that.
Last update. So I have decided against doing one, since I don't really know my ways around cybersecurity and everything, but to answer a few general questions. 1, my entire family is from Germany, and we have a pretty lax view on how to dress. Mostly just dressing appropriately. 2, my family isn't religious, with me being atheist and my grandmother being agnostic, for example. 3, yes, my dad has that fetish. I stumbled on his Insta and he was pretty open about it. Hope you had a nice laugh about this situation. Laughing face.
God.
So the dad has a foot fetish.
Oh my God.
We don't know about grandpa. That was
My God.
the seductive feet. Oh, that's a good one.
That's oh. Wow. Wow.
I know. That was like one out of left field. Most of them are like relationship ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like the majority of ones I see
Mm-hmm.
when you're like sifting through them, or they're family ones.
Yeah.
But a lot of them aren't, just like weird situations. So
Mm-hmm.
when I saw this about like cover up my feet, I was like, what the fuck?
Like, I could understand, say, if they had some nasty foot fungus ass foot,
Cover up those disgusting toes,
Like if
damn
the
it.
feet were like disgusting looking, gnarly looking feet, yes, because some people might look at that and be like, "Oh, gonna throw up because your feet are gross."
Janet, please put your extra toes away. Damn it.
Janet, most people only have 5 toes. You have 7.
I was thinking 7.
Oh my God.
Mind meld.
Yep, my build. We know each other very well.
Oh.
This is another laughing one. Perfect segue. Am I the asshole for laughing at my sister? Someone who has a sister, you are never the asshole for laughing at them.
I don't know. I don't have a sister.
That's what makes you sisters, because you can laugh at each other and make fun at them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you don't have a sister, so you can't relate. You just look in the mirror and make fun of
Mm.
yourself.
No, I just make fun of you, Rachel.
Sure, you make fun of me and Lexi. Yeah.
I find sisters by choice.
Mm-hmm. We're sisters from another mister.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This happened back in December, but I'm still getting shit for it. So now I'm asking Reddit. Oh.
I found this one too.
This is the one that you have in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I only had 2, remember? And you said you could read some of mine. That's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot.
I know you did. It's okay. It's been a while.
It's been a while,
It's
yeah.
been a while since we talked about the asshole one. It's okay.
I was like, oh my god, another mind meld, Rachel.
We could do word association. Water.
I don't know what that was.
Word association. I say water. You say the first thing that comes to your mind. See if we're like,
Yeah, but that was
I don't know what that was either.
that wasn't a word. That
No,
was
it
just
was
panic.
put that on a shirt. That wasn't a word. It was just panic. Okay, my 23 male sister, 24 female, has been dating this guy, 24 question mark. I guess they don't know how old he is. I'm not sure.
they instead of putting male, they just put question mark.
Mm-hmm. Well, they said dating this guy, 24 question mark.
But is he a guy? Is he a human? What is he?
Blob.
He's a blob. Oh my god. Now it makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
They
So
were blob-in-law. Coming back.
okay. For about 10 months, and she shouldn't be. She's constantly testing him to see if he'll cheat or lie, And no matter how many times he passes her tests and says that he, rightfully, doesn't like the test, she'll still say she can't trust him, but also won't break up with him. Okay. Cool.
Ugh, hold on, she's testing him?
She is.
Like, what?
She's
She's
probably getting
putting
her
people through tests?
Yeah, she's probably getting her friends to like slide into his DMs and be like, "Oh, you're so cute. Do you have a girlfriend?"
Or is she like giving him spelling tests and like arithmetic?
She's giving him timetables.
Yeah, she's like, a quick, do these times tables. Do you learn these in school? You've got to be so smart to date me.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a dumbass, I'm dropping you.
Yeah.
You've got to get at least a 3rd grade education. I've got standards, mister.
Gotta know at least how to tie your shoes and use the bathroom yourself.
Remember, the bunny goes around the loop and into the
Into
burrow.
the hole. Okay. Our family have told her to stop the test, and so have some of her friends, but her logic is that if he loves her, then he'll know that she needs to be able to trust him.
Like trust falls.
Yes.
Yeah, she's like, fall off this building, and then you know that you'll trust me.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the tests.
Mm-hmm.
And he wouldn't do it, and then she's like, so you don't love me.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're still alive. That was really bad.
Yeah.
Take it, Rachel. Edit it out.
Okay. He went out.
Please, please, Rachel, please.
He went out with some friends and mentioned it so she'd know he wouldn't respond for a while. And my sister, who knew some people who were going to the same bar that night, not many options, told a girl she's kind of friends that he was single and interested in hooking up to test him again.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Boyfriend apparently gets hit on, realizing it's a test again, leaves the bar, calls her, and asks if it's a test. And when my sister tells him that it is, he dumps her and says he's either going to hook up with the woman who flirted with him if she's still up for it, or find someone else to hook up with since he can't handle my sister's crazy anymore.
Oh my.
My sister is very upset and he hangs up on her, so she goes to our family in the main room, mom, dad, me, to tell us what happens and says that he cheated and now the relationship is over. We're all obviously upset for her and then get the actual story out of her, and I laugh in her face because she lied. She caused the breakup, and it was what everyone warned her would have to happen if she kept testing him.
Mm-hmm.
I was called every name under the sun by my sister, and our parents said that even though she was in the wrong, that I should have been sensitive to how she was feeling and kept my thoughts private, and because I didn't, I'm an arsehole. Am I? Question mark.
I want to say no,
Mm-hmm.
because you can't test somebody that much. You
I
really can't put them through so many hoops.
I don't even think. Hang on, let me reword this so it makes more sense. If you feel you have to test someone to see if they love you,
Yeah.
you can trust them,
Mm-hmm.
you should not be together.
Yeah.
Because, as somebody has once said, I don't know who said this, relationships are built on trust.
Yeah, someone said that.
Yeah, I don't know who, but someone has said that. And if you go into a relationship not trusting the person,
Mm-hmm.
then don't be with them. There's
And as
obviously.
someone with terrible trust issues here, who can't get into a relationship because I don't trust fucking anyone,
Mm-hmm.
I would put them through these things. So don't do that.
Yeah. And obviously, if the sister feels the need to put him through the test. I think there's obviously something going on with her that she
Yeah.
feels she has to test people to see if they're actually true.
Mm-hmm. And we don't know the full story. Maybe he did cheat before
Mm-hmm.
and she's expecting him to do it again. So maybe she's like testing again, right? Like to make sure that he's not going to do it again. But either way, there's no trust there
Mm-hmm.
in that relationship. So if you feel like you need to keep testing someone, then this is not good. Whatever this is, this relationship is not healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And the brother laughing at them, like, yeah, kind of asshole move when the person's down to
Mm-hmm.
just like kick them. So probably don't laugh in someone's face,
Mm-hmm.
but you did tell the person to like tell your sister like, hey, you can't keep treating this person like this
Yeah.
and keep testing them like, or you're going to lose them. And then
Yeah.
it happened.
Yeah.
So maybe not the time for haha, I told you so.
I mean, is there ever an appropriate time for haha, I told you so?
When you put someone in jail, Rachel, that's perfectly good time.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
when I go, haha, I told you so. Ha, bye bye. That's when I do that.
Okay.
Only good time.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have sheriff's officers hauling them away so the person can't hit you.
Mm-hmm.
But that is still an asshole move.
Yes. Very much an asshole move.
Mm-hmm. But yes, asshole. Asshole.
You think he's the asshole?
I think the laughing at the person when they
Mm-hmm.
were down was an asshole move. The other parts, not being an asshole. Just the kicking the person while they're down part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I'm gonna use the term that I've seen on these things a lot of times is everyone sucks here.
Ah, yep. Agreed.
Like he sucks for laughing, sister sucks for the testing, and
Mm-hmm.
friends suck for blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just blah.
Yeah. Got another laughing one.
Okay. There's a lot of laughing ones.
Yeah. I was on a roll. I was like, give me laughing ones. I want laughing
Yeah.
ones. Am I the asshole for laughing hysterically after a date kept insisting to me that women have periods from their butts?
Okay.
I'm already laughing. Butt periods. Throwaway. There was this guy, 22 male, who I, 20 female, have gone on a few dates with in the past couple of months. He's nice, and so far we've only progressed to going on public dates.
Mm-hmm.
But about a week ago, we finally decided to have a nice date at my place. Since it was going to be at my place, I let him know before that I was on my period because I wasn't sure what expectations he had or where his boundaries were yet. And
Mm-hmm.
we agreed to just have a nice takeout dinner and watch a movie. He
Mm-hmm.
comes over and we eat, then sit down on the couch to pick a movie when he says that it sucked that I was on my period.
Mm-hmm.
Then he said how he thought it was so strange that women give birth through the vagina but have periods from their butts.
Um. Um. Continue.
I'm just trying to get control of myself, Rachel.
Yeah. That.
This was a completely unpromoted statement, but I think she means unprompted statement from him, and I'm not sure how we got on the topic, TBH.
Okay.
I asked him what he meant by that, and he said again exactly what he had said before. I kind of smiled, assuming he was very much just joking. and said, "Oh, yeah, so weird," thinking that he was just going to start laughing soon to end the joke.
Mhm.
He didn't, and instead started to talk about his first and only girlfriend he'd had in high school, and how she used to complain about how bad period poops all the
Oh,
time. At this point, I ask him if he's being serious, and he looks a little confused and says he is. I asked him to explain how he came to that conclusion, and he explained that his first experience being around periods was the high school girlfriend, and before then he had never received or seen much information. He understood that it was something that happened inside the body and that blood came out somewhere, but assumed it came out the vagina until he heard complaining and realized it actually came out of the butt. It
oh,
was very unexpected coming from a 22-year-old man. I somehow managed to keep my composure when I told him that periods do, in fact, come out of the vagina and not butts. He looked confused and then a little frustrated and started insisting to me that was wrong, and then kept saying, "Are you sure?" As if I was confused about where it came out of my own body. I explained to him the anatomy a bit and how it worked, but he was very adamant.
oh my god.
Eventually, he conceded that most women must have periods like that, but some, hence his ex girlfriend, have their periods from their butts. I just could not understand, no matter how many times I tried to explain it to him, that he had just simply come to the wrong conclusion and misinterpreted his girlfriend's words. The whole situation became so much that I started to laugh. I was doubled over, clutching my stomach, crying laughing over this whole debacle. And he sat there red-faced, continuing to try and argue with me. Eventually, he said he was ready to leave and did before we could watch a movie. I felt bad for laughing after he left because I could tell that he had been, when he decided to leave, I don't know. There's nothing there that explained that. I guess probably it was supposed to be like he had been embarrassed when
Mhm.
he decided to leave. And he also texted me later that night to say he had done a little bit of research on his own and that he was no longer interested in pursuing any sort of relationship because he couldn't stand to be with someone who laughed at someone for not understanding. Am I the asshole?
Oh, that was oof. Uh,
Butt periods.
period poops are no joke, man. Oh,
I hate when I get my butt period.
I hate when I get my front period and my butt period.
Are you one of those women, Rachel, that gets butt periods
I
or vagina periods?
I get a pussy period.
Oh no, those are the worst. I wonder about these women, these mythological women that get butt periods. Do they also give birth from their butts?
Mhm. Maybe.
What can they do with their butts?
Is their uterus like connected to this
To the
sphincter?
butt? Yeah, maybe.
And I'm sorry.
No,
Do
Rachel, stay on this bit. We're in it now.
so if they give birth, do they
The
like
birth
squat
canal
down?
is the rectum, Rachel.
I know, but do they squat down and like
Rachel, that is how you do it in the toilet. That's what it's for. Well, no, not the toilet. Sorry, I misspoke. That's what a bidet is for.
Mhm.
A bidet is really where you poop out the baby.
Oh my god, that's
That's
what
where they land. It is the washing station where the baby lands.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's why no one knows what they're really for.
Okay. Interesting.
Mhm. They are, in case you have a baby on the run.
Yeah, in case I have a baby on the run, I'm gonna just pop a squat in a field.
Just in case there were people that didn't know they were pregnant and then had a baby. So they were like, we need to put bidets everywhere just in
Mhm,
case.
mhm.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like porta potties, but like for porta babies.
porta-potties.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's the asshole.
I'm gonna take a firm stance that no, she's not the asshole.
Mhm.
She tried so hard to explain to him without laughing,
Yes. Yeah.
right? And he was adamant mansplaining
Mhm.
her own body. And she was like, "No, like I think you have a like you didn't understand, like you must have like just had miscommunication. This is how women's bodies work." She said she was like trying to explain the anatomy to him, and he
Mhm.
was like, "No, no, no. You just must have this type of period, I guess, because my girlfriend had this and I totally know how women's bodies work."
Mhm.
This is just an example of mansplaining, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Have you seen those videos on like Instagram Reels where it's like women make them and it's like they're running and they're screaming and it's like the clit and they're running and then the woman walks in the background. It's like a man. And they like walk right past where she ran.
Oh my god.
I'm like, yeah, that's accurate. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I can't find it.
I can't find it. I don't know where it is.
I can't see it. Can you draw me a map? Is it in the butt? Does it only come out once a month? Is it like a werewolf? Is it on
Mhm.
full moons? Butt periods.
Oh my god, butt periods.
Ah, just Jesus Christ. You get to 22 and you've never heard that before?
Hmm.
Like you'd never figured that out.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But even so, like if you just don't understand something,
Hmm.
that's fine. But be open to learning.
Yeah.
Just be open, especially when it's about someone else's body.
Hmm.
And like obviously he doesn't have a uterus.
Hmm.
He doesn't have periods.
Hmm.
You'd think he would be like, "Oh, look, a woman that has these things and has experienced this right now could probably tell me better than, my own brain, which, and my own body that has nothing of these things."
Hmm.
To just listen and be like, "Hey, what's up with yours?"
Yeah.
Hmm.
One would think, but alas, no.
Alas, he's an ass.
Oh. That should be the new rating scale instead of you're the asshole. Alas, you're an ass.
Yes, alas, you're an ass.
Hmm.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Yes. When we start having merch,
Hmm.
going on the t-shirt.
Yes, I also want demented squirrel brain.
Yes, that's going on the t-shirt as well. Okay, so here's another one. It's not really, I guess this one's not really an asshole. It's kind of just they want their thoughts. So this one is titled, My Boyfriend Thinks About His Ex During Sex.
It did come from Am I the Asshole Reddit
Okay.
thing, though. The Reddit thread.
Okay.
Hmm.
So she's got some bullet points there. Been with him for 2 years. This information isn't an assumption. He told me. To clarify, it came up in conversation while we were talking about Instagram, and I pushed the question out of a stupid curiosity to which he answered. We live together. Did I write this?
Rachel, is this you?
Maybe. Side note, he wants to know how he can make it better. I have no answer to that. I've never felt this hurt. So,
Oh.
that's sad. He's thought about his ex during sex at least 20 times. Oof.
Oh, he's got a
Oh,
number?
yeah, that's.
He didn't just say, "Oh, I thought about it before."
He didn't accidentally call out their name one night.
Uh, yeah.
um,
But he
this.
put a number?
Mhm.
Like, how, like, Rachel, just like picture this conversation, right? They're just like chatting, and then she like brings it up, and he's like, "Oh yeah,
Mhm.
it's happened." And she's like, "Oh yeah, like how many times?" Like,
Mhm.
and he could have said just like not like put a number to it. He's gonna say, like it's happened a few times.
Mhm.
He said at least 20 times because she said she got this from him. This number, like he came up with this number. He admitted to this,
Mhm.
and he wants to stay not an ex of her.
Mhm.
Apparently, this does not seem smart. You know,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I'll ever. Sorry. He says about 20 times. This makes me not want to share any intimacy with him. I don't think I'll ever be able to
Okay.
have sex with him fully confident ever again.
No, because it's like a weird three-way.
Yeah. An non-consensual three-way.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Three-way with a ghost.
he looks at hot girls on Instagram and jacks off to them all the time. I don't know, this one always hurts.
Uh,
When you watch porn, you're being turned on by sex, but when you look at a picture, you're specifically fantasizing about them. All of this rubs me the wrong way. I try my very best to be a good girlfriend. I'm great at sex and have a high sex drive. I guess I'm feeling inadequate, undesirable. He keeps telling me that I'm enough and that he likes my body. I'm having a lot of trouble believing him. I feel cheated without actually being cheated on. Did I? I'm serious. Did I write this? Did I?
I don't know, Rachel.
I don't know what to do. I'm so overwhelmed that my face hurts. Sometimes I get really overwhelmed and can't process my emotions, so then my head feels like it's filling up with pressure. That's because you need to cry, girlfriend. Just gotta
Yeah.
turn on the waterworks and let it go. My friends are asleep and I'm at a mental low, so I was hoping some advice from strangers may ease my mind. Also, I wanted to point out that our sex is legitimately good. I'm always down for sex, always enthusiastic, love giving head. There's more, but I assure you, sex isn't boring, which is why I'm so confused. And then she's just saying, like, just some edits about reading the comments and stuff.
Mhm.
So I don't know if she's asking if she's the asshole or if she just wants some advice on how to handle it.
Yeah. It was in the am I the asshole thread though.
Hmm.
But it's one that doesn't seem to fit.
Hmm.
It's a strange one.
Yeah, I guess so. I can try to
Relate?
think. Yeah, I'm just trying to think how to like. mm, Yeah, I'm trying to think how to. I mean, I get where they're coming from. Because I've kind of been there where you feel like you're not good enough for the person, and you kind of think, mm,
Like nothing you do is enough.
yeah, trying to. I think I've kind of been. I haven't been the girl in this situation. I've been the guy. Oh, this made me look real good. Dude has been in this situation where he feels like, um, when we were together, that he wasn't good enough, and he always tried to be better at sex than what I said Milkman was.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it got to the point because after we broke up, we were doing like a friends with benefit type thing, me and dude, which was not a good idea. But anyways, we did it. It's fine. It's whatever. Yeah. I broke that off because
Yeah.
he would text me and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm in the mood, winky face," or something like that, and like I'd be tired after work or just not in the mood, and just kind of be like, "Yeah, I don't really, I'm kind of home. Took my bra off, took my pants off. Like, don't really feel like going out, you know." And he'd be like, "Oh, I can take the bus up." I'm like, "No, I'm not feeling it tonight. Like, it's been a day at work or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
And he would always throw in my face, "Oh, I bet if it was the milkman, you'd be down for sex."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Kai, that has nothing to do with it. If I tell you I'm not in the mood, you need to respect my boundaries, and
Yeah.
no means no."
Mm-hmm. And
And
not turn it into like a psychological attack.
yeah, because he would always do that. He'd be like, "Oh, if it was the milkman, you'd be doing this, or if it was the milkman, you wouldn't be saying no," and blah blah
Mm-hmm.
blah blah. And I'm like, "Okay, you don't
It's a
know
guilt
that."
trip.
Yeah, he was very. He'd like to try and like manipulate and throw it back in my face, and like even he would always throw out the cheating thing in my face too.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, "Oh, I'm like this because you did this to me." I'm like, "Are you not going to take responsibility for what you did as well that made me do this thing? Like, are
Mm-hmm.
you just gonna pretend that you're God's gift to the earth?"
And we're all responsible for our own actions,
Yeah.
right? Like you can't just say, "Oh, someone hurt me and now I have like free reign to go do whatever I want to anybody else." Like,
Mhm.
no, it's not how it works.
Mhm.
You got to take responsibility for your own actions.
Yeah. I can kind of get the looking at pictures and she feels a little weird at them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I can see that she might think he's looking at them because that's what he wants his woman to look like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it might be some fantasy like, "Oh, I wish my girl looked like that," or whatever, because people are assholes. But I don't know if there's a way for him to make it better, to be honest.
Yeah. I also wonder, like, she mentioned there, where was it? It was like, um, hold on, I want to find it. Oh, when you watch porn, you're being turned on by sex, but when you look at a picture, you're specifically fantasizing about them. I've
Mhm.
never thought about that. Like,
Mhm.
what is up with that? What's the difference? Is it like what's the difference between just like watching porn or like finding some random picture? Or is it she's talking about like oh, he's going back to these, like, specific girls at all the time, the same girls, and he's
Mhm.
fantasizing about those same girls, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I kinda don't get the why she's saying, like, porn, it's okay, but pictures is not. Like, there's
Mhm,
been magazines around longer
mhm.
than, the internet, and people would look at those and
Yeah.
get off to them, so I don't know, and, like, most pictures on Instagram, I think, have filters. So
Yeah, and I mean, I get it if it's more like he's going back to the same girls, like, if he's
yeah.
fantasizing about, like, certain girls and it's, like, certain body types or something that he keeps going to, and it's, like, a body dysmorphia type of thing
Yeah.
that she's dealing with,
Yeah.
or maybe it's, like, specific girls that he's going to, like, maybe it's people that she knows,
Mhm.
right? Which could be even weirder.
Yeah, okay, I can see if it's, like, the same girl, like you said, that he's
Mhm,
going back to that particular girl, but if he's just, like, scrolling through his Instagram feed with his hand on his dick and, like, "Oh, this girl's hot. Oh, this girl's also hot," and it's not the same girl, like, it's the same as if
mhm,
you watch multiple porn videos with different porn actresses or even the same porn
mhm.
actress. Like, maybe you really like this one actress because maybe she, like, can fit 5 dicks in her. She can fit 5 dicks in her, I don't know, like,
Yeah, I don't know.
or maybe she
Maybe you just like the videos. Maybe you find the videos and you're like, "Well, this one, I like this one because I like blondes or something." Who
yeah,
knows, right?
maybe he likes the story.
He watches it just for the stories.
What is it for the plot?
He watches it for the stories.
I want porn.
I watches it for the stories.
Like, I'm really invested as to how this girl's gonna pay her rent.
Yeah, it's been a real fiscal crisis,
Mhm.
so I don't know how he's gonna pay us rent today.
Oh my god.
I don't know what this accent is.
I don't know either.
I'm gonna get rid of it.
Yeah, it needs to go. It needs to go die. I'm gonna take it out to the field and shoot it.
It's like old Italian lady
Yeah.
watching her stories.
It's old Italian lady watching Young and the Restless.
Yeah, I love my stories.
I love watching my stories, Johnny.
I love my stories. Put them on the afternoon.
I put them on while I'm doing my crossword, Johnny.
And this is like doing my crossword Johnny.
Oh god.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they can try counseling.
maybe they can just watch porn together.
Yeah, that works too. I mean,
Just like
yeah,
bring it up together.
yeah.
He obviously is not like um shy about it or hiding anything.
Mhm.
He's like obviously willing to talk about it,
Yeah.
right?
Or
And she's obviously like very high sex drive. So
mhm.
if she's like very eager to have a sexual relationship with him, so like if you're venturous at all, try
Mhm.
something.
Yeah.
Try something together. See what works for the two of you.
Like maybe there's things that him and his ex did that they're not doing and maybe that's why he's thinking about her.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
maybe
Like,
you can incorporate some of this, what he's looking at,
yeah.
into what you are doing,
Maybe
right?
you
Maybe
go
you start watching porn together.
yeah. Maybe you go cut off the girl's face and wear it as a mask.
Did you mean cut out the girl's face and not cut off the girl's face, Rachel?
Sure.
You said that.
Sure. As my lawyer, I'm gonna say yes, I meant cut out the girl's face.
Cut out the girl's face is good for the podcast. Cut off the girl's face is good for the book I just wrote.
You know, like yeah, we'll say cut off the face.
Toy maker coming out in the next couple of months. Get
The
it?
toy maker date TBD. But yeah,
Will
maybe
someone's face get cut off? Who knows?
maybe they can try spice it up. Maybe he wants to be like told he's a naughty little bunny boy.
Maybe he just needs someone to watch his stories with him.
Maybe. Oh man. We have problems.
Do we have any other good ones here?
A lot of them are just kind of like more so just kind of like advice. Oh, there's one here that's like bride wants specific free stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but only on her specific terms. Why does she want free stuff? That's another one we could do is look up some Bridezilla post.
Yeah, we could do a Bridezilla episode.
Yeah, that would be good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any other.
I don't think we have any good ones. I think that's the best one to end on, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm. I think that one and the feet thing.
Feet
probably
thing.
the best. Maybe that's what they need to do.
She
they
needs
need to go on only feet.
No, she needs to uncover her feet.
Yeah, maybe she's been wearing sex.
What?
I meant to say wearing socks during sex. God damn, wearing sex again. Damn it.
I forgot to put on socks. I put on sex this morning, Johnny.
Johnny, when I was playing the stories, on my TV, I put on the sex again. But not the socks. And I said, oh, well, fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks.
Oh, shut, Johnny.
Well, fiddlesticks.
Yeah. Oh.
Your brother Bobby is just a shyster.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. That was a good one. Put on the sex.
You just gotta uncover those glorious feet.
Mm-hmm.
Give him a foot job.
Maybe that's what's missing from the relationship.
That's what he wants.
He doesn't want to bring it up because he doesn't want to seem like a weird.
And she hasn't taken the socks off because she's Janet with the 7 toes.
Mm-hmm.
It's all coming together, Rachel.
Yes, it all makes sense. It's all coming together in a nice little present with a bow.
Yeah. Really, we're just, about this podcast, we're bringing people together.
We are. We're bringing people of different
numbers of toes together.
Mm-hmm.
And we're taking those toes and rubbing them on dicks.
Oh man.
Okay.
All right. I think we gotta
wrap this up.
We gotta rein this in.
Not just because that dick is gonna get covered in foot fungus.
Stop.
I'm done. That's the last one.
Oh, all right. Where can they find us, Melanie?
On the internet. So they
Yeah.
can find us on Instagram at Inconsistent Podcast 1.
Yes.
Sure. And on Facebook at Inconsistently Consistent
Mm-hmm.
Podcast.
No,
Something.
just
Something.
inconsistently consistent.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I was inconsistently consistent in that.
You were.
And yeah, I was. And you can send us an email
Mm-hmm.
to inconsistentpodcast1@gmail.com.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, got that one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And you can send us all of these things and tell us what you would like to see us do. And by
mhm.
see, I mean hear, because
Yes.
you can't see us. We are incognito.
Yes, we're incognito mode all day, every day. Sorry, I had the hiccup just then.
Yeah, this is only in audio format.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you should rate and review us.
Mm-hmm.
Give us 5 stars and call us an idiot. Because
Yeah.
we are. We
We're
are one single idiot together.
Yeah, we are. As we might have to change the name of the podcast to "A Lawyer and a Therapist Walk into a Bar."
And what do they get? A foot job.
I'm gonna pee myself.
Oh, well, now I'm really glad it's an audio format.
Oh my god.
Don't die. I'm not in the same room as you to resuscitate you.
Yeah, there's nobody to resuscitate me because I live alone because I'm single AF.
Hexa, resuscitate your mother.
Hex is asleep. She don't give a fuck.
I'm still convinced she's like a witch trapped in the body of a cat.
She probably is. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah, I think she is.
She's a
If you
witch.
think my cat is a witch trapped in the body of a cat, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Leave us a comment. Give me some spells how I can free her, because maybe.
Or don't. She's too cute and fluffy. You got to keep her like that.
No, don't give me spells on how to free her. Just I want to keep her the way she is because she's so cute and she's so fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how are we going to end this?
We're just gonna end it with a foot job.
Silent and disgusting. We're out.
Bye.
Bye.